People are really pissed off at CENAT. Apparently, where do I start with him? Okay, so let's talk about CENAT. So CENAT is the #1 streamer, boasting 15 million followers collectively. So after inciting a riot in New York City earlier this month, people are really pissed off at CENAT, who's a native New Yorker from the Bronx, but now lives in Atlanta. So I'm sure you heard, like, he was arrested and charged with a felony, first-degree rioting, as well as 2 misdemeanors, inciting a riot and unlawful assembly, after his impromptu huge giveaway event that was unpermitted in New York City turned into a violent riot. So CENAT allegedly promised his fans PlayStations, computers, microphones, keyboards, webcams, gaming chairs, headphones, and gift cards. And let me tell you something. Allegedly, there was none of that. People are saying that the whole thing was a prank and a scam because there were no PlayStations, and the only thing Kai was giving away were $100 gift cards that he was showing off while streaming from his truck. Which no one allegedly received the $100 gift cards. So apparently, CENAT urged his massive fan base to come out for a Manhattan gamer giveaway while claiming, quote unquote, "We're going to go crazy, bro," just days before the packed illegal event turned into the full-on violent riot, right? So the 21-year-old famous online streamer said in a video before the riot that he picked landmark Union Square for the event because the stunt would get shut down ASAP if he chooses a busier Big Apple spot such as Times Square Red Steps. So word on the street is that, first of all, people started going crazy because allegedly he did not come through with what he was supposed to come through with, and also the disorganization of the event. I'm not sure if that's true. I will tell you this. The thing was a complete shit show. 66 people were arrested, including CENAT himself. 30 of the people that were arrested were juveniles, and several police officers and civilians were injured and hospitalized. And according to several news outlets, the police have released the images of about 16 more people that are wanted for damaging a vehicle during the riot. So CENAT was actually supposed to be in court last Friday, August 18th. Allegedly, that appearance was adjourned, and I actually looked it up on the court websites, found nothing. So, and you know what? I think that it was probably adjourned because they were afraid of, the amount of people that were probably going to be there. I will tell you this, CENAT, you played yourself. And look, I don't think that the guy needs to be canceled. I mean, he's 21 years old. He's respect to him for knowing how to make money in these times. And, the guy gets paid to sleep, for crying out loud. Some of these streamers make money while they sleep, and, people send them money, and, I've heard of them wearing a little bracelet that wakes them up and stuff. Kudos to, some of these streamers that are able to make money, while they sleep, for crying out loud. I mean, when I think of making money while you sleep, I think of passive income. I mean, these guys are like, look, I don't have money for real estate, to invest in, these properties that are going to bring me passive income, or maybe I don't know how to invest in the stock market, so to speak. But man, I know how to stream, and I know how to, maneuver through that system. So respect to them for being able to do that. The problem here is the accountability. So the Union Square nonprofit was actually slammed for asking locals to cover the $55,000 in repairs, right, after the riot. Man, this is crazy. So people are saying that he should be the one to pony up these funds. They're saying, so a nonprofit organization is fishing for donations to cover the costs to replace plants destroyed in the Union Square riot, sparked by Twitch streamers CENAT, but hasn't asked a 21-year-old millionaire who cops say incited the chaos to pony up the dough. Instead, the Union Square partnership cast a net on social media for local residents and supporters to pay the whopping $55,000 price tag. Quote, Union Square's quote, Union Square made headlines last week when a crowd descended on the park to see a famous influencer. Unfortunately, in the aftermath, a substantial amount of plantings were destroyed. The ravaged plantings, including a rose garden surrounding the statue of George Washington, were originally paid for by the group, which hauled almost $650,000 in revenue, according to their most recent 2021 tax filing. The group, which promotes business in the Tony neighborhood, would not say what it paid for the landscaping. The group said it would welcome CENAT's money, but won't directly ask him. I don't understand why they won't just directly ask him. I mean, the guy has plenty of money. So look at this. This is insane. Look at these chairs. So thousands of teens turned out and ran rampant, hurling bottles and chairs, climbing on top of the subway pavilion, and even assaulting NYPD officers. So this thing was supposedly like Freaknik gone wrong for incels. I mean, this was mayhem. People were going crazy. According to the chief of police, there was a construction site nearby on the day of this event. And all of a sudden, you had people walking around with shovels, axes, and other tools from the construction site. And individuals were also lighting fireworks, throwing them towards the police, and they were throwing themselves towards each other. So apparently, one of the teens that were hospitalized, so they thought that they had been like shot, but it was a firecracker that was thrown at one of them. Like, these kids were insane. Like, they destroyed food carts. They went into stores. They destroyed it. Like, some stores had to close early, like Best Buy. Some of these rioters were taking the plates off of people sitting outside diners and throwing them at police. And several vehicles, like, they were just throwing several vehicles, including police vehicles, were damaged or destroyed. I mean, this was a full-blown riot. And allegedly, CENAT tried to drive off, and the cops took him out of the truck, and he spent the night in jail. So this was a Friday, right? And he was released the next day. So, look, I guess things have changed, or maybe he, came up with a good amount of money, because I don't know, people used to spend the weekend in jail. I don't know if that's changed or what, but we can't take away the fact that this kid has talent. The thing is that the people that are suffering here are, his fans obviously were pissed off in New York. He did kind of use us. He doesn't live here anymore. I mean, why didn't he because the thing is, like, why Union Square, right? He said it himself. He wanted to, go crazy, bro. He knew that the police was going to show up. So if he's from the Bronx, why didn't he go around in the Bronx in a huge truck with the PS5s and just hand them out? Why didn't he do that? Why? Because he wanted to make noise. He's not from Manhattan. So it was a dream, supposedly, for him to give back. But why does he have to come to the city? Why does he have to come to Manhattan? Why does he have to come to Union Square? That's a thing. And he came unprepared. You don't just come to New York City, and think like you could just come in here and, first of all, and stream to all of those fans. Like, obviously, there's going to be a bunch of people that show up. With that being said, look, he's only 21. He probably needs better management. Okay, so this is my message to CENAT. CENAT, sweetie. Hi. So as a fellow New Yorker, bruh, when you come for your arraignment, okay, I understand that it was adjourned. But Mr. CENAT, when you come for your arrangement, make sure you show up with those PS5s. Don't be coming here gassing these kids up. A lot of these kids, they don't have much going for them, man. Do the right thing. And you know what? A lot of those kids are facing real charges that were rioting. I mean, if you could help them pay those legal bills, or, this is the thing. There's a two-tier legal system, right? Rich and poor. I'm sure that CENAT is able to afford a great lawyer. A lot of these kids that got arrested, they're going to be, dealing with these public defenders. And not that these public defenders are complete shit. They're just overwhelmed. And, that representation isn't the best. I mean, the kids that were really rioting and breaking shit and got in trouble, they're going to be probably going to jail. Like CENAT is probably not, I don't think he's going to be going to jail at all. He's not going to have to do any time. He's going to probably pay some fines, maybe do a little community service, if that. But that's about it. Some of these kids were straight out of the PJs. They've been locked up, and they don't have much going for them. Hopefully he's going to do the right thing, come through with some PS5s, because at the end of the day, he hasn't been streaming for his fans. So he's just laying low, So hopefully he's going to do the right thing. Do I think we need to cancel him? No, we don't need to cancel him, but he needs to make it right.